In the previous two videos, we have found cosine inverse and sine inverse of sine of 7 pi over 6. Now 7 pi over 6 is very concrete. You can use your dear unit circle to compute exactly what sine of 7 pi over 6 is. But as I've said multiple times, to solve these problems, you actually didn't need to compute sine of 7 pi over 6. So to demonstrate that, we're gonna work with an ugly angle so that you have to resist your urge of computing this sine here. Alright, so how would one go about finding this sine inverse of sine of this ugly angle? Well, as before, we wanna break this problem down step by step. Right, so first let's locate roughly where this angle is. So 7 pi over 5 is pi plus 2 pi over 5, and this is less than pi over 2. Pause and think for a moment if you don't see that. But if you see that, then now we see that this angle would be somehow in this quadrant here. We go by pi and then go by something less than pi over 2. We don't need the accurate location of this terminal ray, we just want to know which quadrant this terminal ray would lie in. Now next up, we want to see where sine of 7 pi over 5 is. And as before, we know that that would correspond to this y coordinate. Now here you might panic because you don't know what this y coordinate is. But that's okay, because you were not asked to find sine of 7 pi over 5. Right? You were asked to find sine inverse of this. So what does this mean again? Well, if we call this sine, if we call this y coordinate y, then this sine inverse should be some angle alpha, right, whose terminal side lie in here, and whose terminal side has endpoint with y coordinate equal to this y here. Thus, this should be the terminal side of this angle alpha. The angle alpha itself should be the unique angle in this range, right, having this as the terminal side. By the symmetry of the picture, you see then that alpha must be minus 2 pi over 5.